Mix and Fifth Harmony are battling it out to see who had the best year. But be real here, it's going to be a tough call since it was a pretty great year for both of these girl groups. This is Clevver's Best of 2015. This is definitely going to be a hard one. Both Little Mix and Fifth Harmony released amazing albums and had great success with their respective singles. But it's time to find out who had the better year. Both Little Mix and Fifth Harmony released successful singles in 2015. Fifth Harmony set the bar fairly high when they released their third single, Worth It, from their debut album, Reflection. The song pretty much skyrocketed because it didn't go platinum once, no, it went multi-platinum. And let's face it, who doesn't turn up the volume when Worth It starts playing? I know I always do. Not to mention, that song earned Fifth Harmony their first Vivo Certified award, and it peaked at number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100, making that song their highest charting single so far. Even though Worth It was an international hit, Little Mix dropped Black Magic at the beginning of the summer, and it immediately became the song to jam to with your girls. Little Mix was on a roll with the first single off their third studio album, Get Weird. They performed their addicting single at a number of shows, but their most notable one was their performance of Black Magic at the Teen Choice Awards, mainly because that particular performance was also the first time the gals performed at the TCAs. But their whole get-up and magical onstage switcheroo was pretty awesome too. Speaking of the Teen Choice Awards, both groups were winners when they attended the fan-voted award show. Fifth Harmony took home 3 awards, while Little Mix received 1. While Little Mix didn't win as much as Fifth Harmony did at the TCAs, they won an award for Best UK-Ireland Act at the MTV European Music Awards later that year. Now, let's talk about albums. Fifth Harmony and Little Mix both released amazing albums in 2015. The US group released their debut album, Reflection, in February, and it became the 5th highest-selling album on the Billboard 200 after a full week of sales. That particular album was featured in both Rolling Stone and Complex magazine as one of the best albums of 2015 so far. Little Mix released their third studio album, Get Weird, in November, and it doesn't take a genius to know that all of the tracks on Get Weird are thebomb.com. The girls entered the UK's official album charts at number 2 1 week after their third album was released. I don't know about you, but I think that's a pretty amazing accomplishment. Both girl groups had the chance to perform with the one and only Taylor Swift on her 1989 World Tour, and that's a pretty epic feat in itself. But enough about their similar accomplishments, let's get down to some of the other things these girls achieved in 2015. Little Mix got to work with the queen of pop, yes, Miss Britney Spears. Well, maybe they didn't work directly with her, but the gals did co-write Brit's single, Pretty Girls, with Iggy Azalea, which made its debut in early 2015. The song did so well that Britney later added it to the setlist of her Vegas show. But don't get it twisted, 2015 wasn't just a great year musically for Little Mix. The girl group also launched their perfume, named Gold Magic, in June 2015, and not too long after that, they celebrated their 4-year anniversary with a huge live stream event. And last but not least, Fifth Harmony went on their first major headlining tour, which was called the Reflection Tour, naturally. The girls were also honored with the Group of the Year award at Billboard's Women in Music event. Janice Min, the co-president and COO of Guggenheim Media's entertainment group, aka the parent company of Billboard and The Hollywood Reporter, gushed about the girls, saying, quote, "Fifth Harmony defines the consummate group dynamic. 5 women with a strong, united voice and a commitment to celebrating female empowerment. In the few short years since they formed on the X Factor, this diverse group of women has managed to make chart-topping music, develop a legion of passionate fans around the world, and use their platform to promote self-esteem. They do it all so well, the very definition of a group of the year." Wow, that's an awesome quote. Now that we laid out all the facts for you, it's time for you to answer the hardest question you'll ever have to answer. Until the year ends, who do you think is the best girl group of 2015? Little Mix or Fifth Harmony? Let me know in the comment section below, and then after that, you can click right over here for 13 celebs you need to follow on Snapchat. And don't forget to subscribe to Clevver News. Plus, you can follow me on Twitter at _Tiffany Taylor. Thanks so much for hanging out with me right here on Clevver Newsfeed. I'm your host, Tiffany Taylor, and I'll see you next time. Click to the left for 8 things you didn't know about Little Mix, and to the right for 7 things you didn't know about Fifth Harmony.